name is JonMichael. This news segment will cover hemophilia. Hemophilia is a disease that causes slow clotting, leading to excessive bleeding from cuts and bruises. We will delve into the causes of hemophilia, a professional cyclist with hemophilia, and the treatment of hemophilia. We hope that this segment will inform you on hemophilia. Today we have a doctor who specializes in hemophilia to talk to us about what hemophilia is and its causes.
A person with hemophilia has insufficient platelets in their blood. Platelets cause blood to become sticky and clot when needed. A hemophiliac lacks the necessary platelets, also called clotting factors, to prevent excessive bleeding from cuts and bruises. Hemophilia is an X-linked recessive disease. This means that males have a greater chance of obtaining hemophilia than females do. Male hemophiliacs either inherit the disease from their dad with hemophilia or their mother, who either should be a carrier or have hemophilia as well. Female hemophiliacs must inherit the hemophilia gene from both parents.
Many people get hemophilia. Alex Dossett, a 26-year-old professional cyclist. We have one of his former competitors here to talk about his perspective of Dossett's struggle.
Dossett was a fierce competitor. I dominated the cycling game for years until Dossett came along. He was young, energized, and wanted to win. I was getting old and he kept beating me in all the races, so I eventually retired. Racing with him and being the top two competitors at the time, we began to grow very close. So close that I found out that he had hemophilia.
There are two types of hemophilia, hemophilia A and hemophilia B. Hemophilia B is significantly rarer than hemophilia A. The main difference between the two is that type A is caused by the shortage of clotting factor number 8, and hemophilia B is caused by the shortage of clotting factor 9.
You are now looking at a diagram of the X chromosome. The F8 gene is as labeled on the right side of the screen, and the F9 gene is located slightly to the left. Hemophilia is caused by a mutation on the X chromosome. Type A resulting in a malfunction from the F8 gene, and type B resulting on a malfunction on the F9 gene, both on the X chromosome.
When the father of a child has hemophilia and the mother is not a carrier, the child has 50% chance of getting the hemophilia gene. The same goes for when the mother is a carrier and the father is not. If both parents carry the gene, then all offspring will display symptoms of hemophilia. Symptoms for hemophilia include excessive bleeding from cuts and bruises, and potential internal bleeding in joints after strong impacts.
Other symptoms may include nosebleeds, bruising, blood in the urine or stool, continuous bleeding after circumcision, and continuous bleeding after cuts.
During my years competing with Dossett, he told me many stories about the worries and doubts he had. He told me when he was racing, he always had the idea of crashing and the consequences in the back of his mind. If he crashed, it had the potential of killing him in the long run. If he had a few cuts and bruises, he would probably be okay, but wouldn't be able to continue racing unlike other cyclists. If the fall was severe, however, he had the potential of getting a serious injury. If he somehow punctured an organ or had internal bleeding, he would be in a lot of pain and wouldn't be able to stop the bleeding. During my many years racing against Dossett, I was not aware of his hemophilia disorder.
The main treatment for hemophilia is called replacement therapy. Either synthetic or donating clotting factor 8 or 9 is injected into the hemophiliac's blood to aid in clot production. Frequency of these injections depends on the situation and the severity of the disease.
Over 200,000 people have hemophilia in the United States alone. Unfortunately, only 25% receive adequate treatment. We hope our newscast informed you on the symptoms, the treatments, and the story of Alex Dossett. Thank you for watching our video on hemophilia.